All right. Okay. So, you guys, thank you so much for getting on this call today. Um, Sorry, we just had some background there, but I think the co-host got it all sorted out. I'm excited to share with you guys an exciting new technology that we've been using on the People. This is actually our People product that you're seeing right now on this screen. And we're excited. We're so excited to launch our equine version of it. Some of us have been using it now for about over a year, but it's actually been getting used behind the scenes for quite a while now, for quite a few years, and we're just excited to share that. First off, you guys, again, if you're a guest, please drop in the comments where you're from and who invited you. We'd love to give you a shout out and welcome you as well. Um, yeah, so you guys, I'm not gonna hold up a whole lot of your time, so I'm just gonna get started here, okay? So we're all here because of Latigo, the gel, but actually we're here, let's be honest, because of Velocity, the equine product that we've been using. We've been having quite a bit amazing success with this product, and I can't wait to share a bit of it with you. So first off, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about who I am, so you know who you're listening to. So my name is Laura Lee, and I am a equine osteopath and I'm from Maple Creek, Saskatchewan, up here in Canada. I do train my own horses for performance, and I run an equine rehabilitation center. I do some farrier work. No, I'm not taking on new clients. I feel like I always have to throw that in there. And I do some coaching as well and give lessons. I have a beautiful little girl. We just have one. Her name is Chloe. She's a rock star little barrel racer as well. And I'm also married to my wonderful husband, Garrett. You guys, Garrett actually had an amazing story with the human side product of this. Last year, he was actually on the sidelines coaching, and he used to be a top defenseman back in his day when he was younger, and they actually pulled him off the bench because they needed him, and they were in 2 weeks into playoffs, and Garrett got playing, and he actually sustained an injury and hurt his LCL in his knee. And it was really bad. Like he couldn't walk on it. He had to use crutches. The one day he actually tried to go skate on it and he's like, I can't even push. I can't even push off and skate. It was not good. Um, then shortly after we ended up getting this product into our hands and they were short that night and he's like, I gotta play. We're gonna test this product out. And I just said, man, are you crazy? Like, there's no way you're playing tonight. And my mom had the product actually, and she rushed the product down hours before the game so that we could get it onto him. And he got this product onto his knee and he skated that night. And he said at first it kind of hurt, but then it got better. He ended up scoring a goal. I had one guy that used to coach him years ago say, I haven't seen him skate like that since junior B hockey. So it was quite amazing. And within a week, the injury was completely gone. And to this day, almost a year later, it has not come back to haunt him in one sort of way. So that was a pretty remarkable story with that. But enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about this product. And we're going to start with the story of Mystic Dan. And the reason I'm starting with this, you guys, is because this is why I'm here. This is why a lot of us are here. This is why a lot of you got invited because of the excitement that we all heard with Mystic Dan. So I was introduced to this product a year ago, and I got a phone call and I was asked, have you heard of Velocity? And I said, no, like the Velocity blankets, the magnetic blankets. And they're like, no, have you heard of the Velocity, the gel? And I had not. And he told me this story of Mystic Dan. And this, I was sold. I was in all the way when I heard this story. So Mystic Dan, you guys, was the 2024 Kentucky Derby winner. He had 18 to 1 odds of winning. Um, 2 weeks before his race, they started applying this product on Mystic Dan. 3 days into, or Oops. Debbie, are you pressing things again? I'm not sure what happened, but our recording stopped and then came back on. Sorry. So three
Was
days.
it me?
Okay, so 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby, they started using this product on him. And then 3 days before the race, the trainer calls up the owner and says, this horse is running like winning times. And the owner had actually had four other horses in this race. So he had a total of five. And he said, well, what the heck are you doing? Get this stuff on all the other horses. So 3 days before, they started putting it on the other horses. The day of the race, there was one that could not run. I'm not sure why, injury, I'm not sure, but there was one that could not run. So there was only four of them, Mystic Dan and three others. Mystic Dan took the win. Again, no odds to win, but he took the win. Second, third, and fourth place were the other horses. So I found it intriguing to me that Mystic Dan was on this product for 2 weeks. He took the win, and the other ones that were on it for only 3 days took second, third, and fourth place. When I heard that story, I was like, wow. Like, I'm in because for me, I personally have felt like in my life of barrel racing, I've always been that, like, half a second just off, or that 200ths of a second just off. And I was thinking, if this has the power to give my horses that edge, then I'm all in and I'm in deep. And since using it, you guys, we have noticed one mare in particular that I own has been showing, she's been outrunning her times everywhere we go using this product. So it's been proving itself. We're going to hear a little bit, you guys, from Curtis after. He's going to share some tidbits. But you guys, Curtis is an amazing guy down in the States. He's on our team and he does Beamer. He works on many animals. He works at a vet clinic down in the States and just he goes everywhere. And you guys, he had the privilege of getting this product into the hands of some NFR qualifiers and he got to be down there with them. So you guys, these are just some big names. Like this isn't just me in my backyard using this product. These are some big names using this product and standing by it. Carly Otero's words are, this is what winners use. We actually have a video of her holding this bottle and saying, this is what winners use. So these are just some of the amazing athletes that are using this product, you guys. Will Loomis, John Douche, Justin Sports Medicine Team. I believe there was Dakota Elridge also using this product. You guys, do you guys watch the NFR? Dakota leg or foot or something was broken. He was in a cast in a walker and he was a steer wrestler and he was still competing and doing quite well. And I think he might have even won some day money. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I mean, he did well. And I'm sitting there going, that's got to be the Latigo on him because that is incredible. Also, did you guys by chance watch Carly Otero's horse every single night? Regina George. Her times were unbelievable, and it seemed like that horse never got tired. And you're gonna find out why here in a minute. Here's some more, you guys. You guys know Zeke Thurston, right? A lot of you guys know Zeke Thurston. Zeke Thurston is also loving and using the product. This is a picture that Curtis sent us of some bulls that he works on in the bucking stock. So he's using it. And some of you may probably know CFR qualifier and Canadian champion Cavas Drake as well. So we got lots of big names you guys using and loving this product. So, okay, before I get deeper into what I'm going to talk about today, you guys, and also if you're not muted, could you please just make sure you mute yourself? Thank you. Um, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about where we got started. And it started with a product that was developed and made by I think she was like an intern over in Italy. I apologize if I don't know this story too exact. I more so care about the equine side of it. So my brain sometimes doesn't remember this information very well. But so this lady made this product over in Italy, and it kind of just got put up on the shelf. And Kevin Atkinson, you guys, who's a Canadian, he I'm just gonna, can you guys mute whoever is making those noises in the background, please? Sorry, you guys. I'm just gonna get this person muted. Are we good? All right. Thank you. So you can't mute me. All right. Okay, Kevin Atkinson, you guys, is he's a Canadian. He actually is the owner of this amazing product. He went over to Italy and tried this product out, and he's a hockey player, skater, and he tried it himself, and his words were, this can't be legal, because what he felt on the ice was unbelievable. He just felt like he wasn't getting tired, like, and then the next day he was recovering. Like, he's like, what is this stuff? What's in it? Like, what's going on here? So anyways, he ended up purchasing this product, brought it over to Canada. Eric Fair, NHL Stanley Cup winner, Pittsburgh Penguins guy, Canadian, lives over in Manitoba. He also used the product in his hockey days and loved it, and he actually became a co-owner with Kevin as well. Chad Macias, you guys, he's our chief executive science officer, and he is an amazing guy. He was actually an athlete himself, but he became injured, so he actually took it all out in science, like he says, and he is absolutely one of the smartest people I think I've ever known. He works with many athletes, Olympic athletes like Brittany Reeve, Usain Bolt, all Olympic gold medalists, breaking records using this product. He trains Navy SEALs. He's just an incredible guy and knows his stuff, as well as Tim Sharp, who is also on the science side of it as well. Okay. Okay, so let's get into the juicy stuff, okay? Let's talk about Velocity, the product that we've been using and having such great success with, all right? Okay, so what's in it, you guys? So this is what's in it. Carnosine. Carnosine and magnesium are the two ingredients that is in this product. And what is so amazing about it, you guys, is it's a gel that is transdermally put through your skin into your system, into your muscle skeletal, into your bloodstream, which now means that instead of taking it orally, which we're going to learn about, carnosine can't be taken that way, because it's destroyed and changes into something else. But because it's going transdermally in through the skin, 99.9%, because I can't say 100 by law, is being absorbed. Okay, so what does carnosine do? It reduces muscle fatigue, enhances physical performance. It's a powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, supports your brain and cognitive health, and promotes a faster recovery post-exercise. I encourage you to do this after this call. I want you to research the benefits of carnosine, whether it's for you, whether it's for your horses, whether it's for your dogs, whether it's for something in specific that you are struggling with. I want you to research the benefits of carnosine because your eyes are going to be opened. Okay, there's tons of peer-reviewed studies on it. So what is carnosine, you guys? It is a peptide that's found in the cells of all organisms and serves as one of the most important molecules for our metabolism. So, for example, you guys, someone like Brittany Reeves, Usain Bolt, the Olympic world record breakers, gold medalists, they have an insane amount of carnosine in their body. That is why they are so fast and so powerful. So we need to, as sometimes our bodies don't have enough of that, so we need to up that. And that is why horses are performing their muscles are getting stronger, they're performing better, they're getting stronger, they're getting faster, and it's all because we're upping this carnosine level, okay? So its functions are to buffer and maintain the pH during exercise and also displays antioxidants properties. So due to the important nature of this molecule in metabolism, performance, and aging, carnosine has been widely studied for its ability to improve the overall health and physical work capacity of the mammals, okay? Here's just a little, you can find this on the website, but it just talks about, maybe you guys just take a screenshot or picture of this so we don't have to take up your time reading all this, but just how it helps your fast twitch muscles, okay? So it just, that's your explosion muscles. So if you're barrel racers on this call, you need that explosion. You get in around that barrel and you need to go right now. That takes carnosine. And if your horse is lacking carnosine, they're not going to have that explosion, that fire out of those barrels that you're looking for. So that is why it's important to get the carnosine levels where they need to be. And then improves your recovering health. You're increasing it to buff lactic acid, which improves your recovery and helps reduce inflammation and slows that muscle fatigue as well. And then also, and reduces, I basically just said that. So please take a picture and a screenshot of that so you guys can kind of go back and look at that. Okay, here's what I was talking about. Why can't I just supplement my horse with carnosine? Or why can't I just use it alone? Well, you can't. You can't absorb carnosine orally. It is actually broken down and it's changed into something completely else, which is L-carnitine, and it does not do what it needs to do. So there is absolutely no way to orally take carnosine. You'll see oral supplements called L-carnitine, but you can't. You cannot take it. And so unfortunately, this is the only way to supplement with carnosine. Why carnosine and magnesium together? Well, the magnesium is actually the carrier. But it also has its own benefits. But the magnesium and carnosine together is the synergy together is what's important because then it helps carry it further into the musculoskeletal. So it's a super absorption. So magnesium helps the body absorb the carnosine. It delivers the endurance benefits of carnosine with the muscle relaxing and the calming effects of the magnesium, which offer a holistic approach to physical and mental readiness, okay? Okay, the benefits of magnesium. Again, I encourage you to research this after the call. Magnesium for our horses, it's going to help their muscles relax, right? It's going to transmit those nerve signals that we need. It's going to reduce that soreness and tying up. It's a calming effect. So it helps support them in a stressful situation or anxious and high-strung horses. It's not going to take your run away. It is not. Trust me. It is made to help them run. But it's going to help them stay focused for sure. Metabolic health. It's essential for converting sugars to energy, so improving insulin-sensitive horses, horses with Cushing's or EMS. Okay. Energy and performance. It aids in your production of ATP and helps delay your lactic acid buildup, as well as your bone health. So, in the importance of supporting those strong bones as well. Okay. So again, who's this product for? Performance horses, racing horses, yourself, but we're talking about horses in this call. Aging horses needing joint support, horses showing signs of anxiety and nervousness, and those horses needing that faster recovery from strenuous work, okay? Okay, here is a big question. And you're probably wondering this as I told the Mystic Dan story. Can my equine athletes legally use this? Yes. It is proven safe to use in in the race world, in jumping, in whatever it is that you do, all elite athletes, whether elite equine athletes or elite human athletes, it is safe to use. It is show safe. So they've had rigorous blood testing on this product, so it will not show up in any sort of blood tests at all. Okay. Okay, so there's just so it shows safe, supports performance, helps you recover quicker. It's great for tendon and ligament injuries, joint health, inflammation, your overall wellness, and your senior horses. Okay. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm just going to show you guys some quick pictures, okay? Um, some of the things that we've used it on. So this is actually my daughter's horse. She came in with a swollen leg. It turned out it was a deep digital injury. And this is like within, I think this was 4 days of using the product. For those of you who have had tendon injuries before, you know that it takes a long time to get that inflammation out. And this, when I send these pictures to my vet, she's just like, how? So, it's been pretty amazing to see her recovery. We've had another tendon injury, this one here, that was supposed to be a 9-month recovery, and we cut it less than half in time. It was started as a deep digital long before we actually had Velocity, and then he re-injured another part of the leg, a completely different tendon, his check ligament. Thankfully, we had Velocity, and again, he was supposed to be laid up. He probably was going to get retired. This was actually 3 days after the initial vet visit, so that was remarkable. He actually recovered in 4 months from 9 months, and he's been checked twice just to make sure, and she's cleared him to go back to team roping. So, pretty amazing. This picture is actually a dog. Both dogs are mine. One was a small tumor that was growing on the side of my older dog. This was 1 day after. You can see that it was starting to come down, and I'm really sorry. I meant to get a picture today. I will get you guys one. It's gone. That tumor is gone now. This other was my little puppy. She actually got nicked. She just got caught by the end of a hoof. Out in the corral, and it started to swell, and I put the Velocity on her, and it immediately went away, and it's never come back, so that's awesome. Here's one of our associates that had a shoe boil on her horse there. I know some of you may have problems with those. Those can be nasty. And she was able to get that shoe boil to go away within 8 days. Sometimes I've seen those shoe boils, once they show up, it's hard to get them to go away. So I personally never have had that, but I've had some of my clients have it. So that was a pretty remarkable thing to see for sure. Here's another one of our associates. She's had some bad luck with horses lately. She needed to buy like a tandem truck load of Velocity to get her through, I think, the last few months. But again, you guys, these are within 12 to 24 hours of use. The hock is a tendon injury, so it's just really neat to see that inflammation being pulled out right away. Okay. So, before I go into this part, you guys, how are we doing for time? I want to tell you a quick story, okay? I want you to realize how amazing this product is. I had a horse the other day that got a high fever from an infection, and went into shock. And this horse started shaking. Every muscle in her body started to shake. And I looked at her gums, and they were white and clammy. She was gone. she was in shock and she was going. And I thought she was cold. I tried to get a blanket on her. I tried to walk her. There was no way a vet was going to get there in time. And I had remembered a story of one of our associates who has an abdominal mesh in her stomach, and she suffers with that mesh spasming and getting so uncontrollable pain from that spasm. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Get Velocity all over this horse now. I ran to the house, ran back. Thankfully, she was still standing. I got Velocity all over this horse's body. Not only did her shaking stop within a minute of getting that on her, her gums went back to normal color, her tongue went back to normal, and her fever went down immediately. So I truly believe that this product saved that horse's life that night. And I'm like, this needs to be in everybody's vet kit because I don't know what would have happened if it wouldn't have been good. If we didn't have that product, it wouldn't have been good. So I just wanted to tell you that. Before I bring Curtis on, you guys, I just want you to know that this is a patented technology. So it's a patented topical technology. Nobody else will ever have this product. We are, ask, if you want to share this, if you want to come as a customer and use it, we're launching it very soon. So if you want some of this, please let us know. We do have the human product right now too that you can use, that's on sale right now to the end of the month if you want to get started with it, that you can use on your horses as well until the Velocity comes. But we're also looking for people that want to share it. And I just want to make it clear that I'm not talking network marketing, you guys. I'm just talking about sharing it and making some cash doing it. We have other products that are coming down the line, some beauty and aging products, because we've had people using just this stuff on your face, and it is unbelievable what it's been doing. Equine and canine products, and just some different amazing products. You guys, this patented technology that we hold that no one else will ever be able to use, we have other products coming down the line using this same technology. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so if you decided, hey, you know what, I love this, I want to get involved and I want to share this, it basically depends on how big you grow and how many people you share it with, and you're going to get a percentage of all the shares that you make and all the bottles that you sell. Okay, so I'm not going to go into it deep, where this is not a compensation plan call, but just so you guys can take a look at that. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I now am going to quickly bring on the amazing Curtis because I just want him to share with you guys a little bit about how he's been utilizing this product. I know he can tell us about the veterinary clinic that's using it if he's allowed to down there, and just some of the things that it's been helping with. So Curtis, if you're on, we'd love to hear from you.
Hey everybody. Oh, let me turn this around. Hey, there we are.
Hello.
Hi everybody. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and you're excited to kick off the next week. That's what one thing I've learned with Lactigo. It's like you have a great point, you start out really good and then you're so excited for the next time because it's just going to be even better. The more you use it, the better it gets. So yeah, it's been a quite an adventure. I've been working in the rodeo world for about 6 years now with my other business, and so I already had a really good relationship with the best on the planet, so to speak, and all the up and comers too. And it's good for everybody. But so I've been involved since about, oh, I guess Scott Lohmeyer turned me onto it in March. We went to Boston for St. Patty's weekend, and I use a different device. I don't know if I can say it, but I use the Beamer, and it helps my knee, but not quite to perfection, so to speak. And our Dr. Burka at Beamer was telling me, dude, this is incredible. Like, you need to use this. And so Scott brought me to Boston, and we did the whole thing, and I started using the Lactigo. And I used to have to put it on 4 times a day just to be able to walk around. And now and even before bed, because the sheets would just work my knee. And now I put it on once in the morning, and that's it. So for myself, it's been just a way to get around. Like sometimes I'm working on 30 plus horses a day, and silly me doesn't have a scooter so, around these big rodeos. So the Lactigo has definitely helped me get around big time. And and then so I guess back in April, I started turning on athletes to it. Had Scott come with me, and everything I worked on with the Beamer got Lactigo, and in conjunction, it was amazing. And this is what I learned at the NFR. So the virus went around, and I couldn't work on my 13 horses that I had as far as like clients' horses in the NFR. Like you'd mentioned, John Dowsh and Zach Youngblood, and Carly already has her. She loves it. Zeke, all those guys and gals just love it. And so I gave them a bottle because I couldn't go physically work on their horses. And so everybody was using a bottle, and like Carly has been probably the most like used it the most of a lot of the barrel racers, as well as Haley Gibson Stillwell. And those two mares smoked some of the fastest times of that weekend. And and I have to say, I've been trying to get audios to get some Lactigo for a long time, and I know Trisha very well, and just haven't been able to make that work. But guess whose horses actually almost set the arena record, like 1/100th of a second. Regina got faster and faster every day, and Carly told me her program was Lactigo in the afternoon, and then she'd do her Beamer sash, and then she'd do more Lactigo before she would saddle. So and those horses that aren't using both are just not getting the results. Like before, I used to think, oh yeah, it's just the Beamer, but no. In conjunction, those horses are getting so much faster. So, and then all those horses that I couldn't work on, they did amazingly well. Like Caden Profili was like, you can't believe this. My mare feels like when you used to Beamer her all the time, and she hasn't had a session in 14 days. And here she is still firing super hard. And, they won 3 rounds of team roping. He's a very good healer, and he was with Lightning Aguirre. Um, but I know this product works amazing. I've used it on like I know we're probably not allowed to say it, but I've used it on tie-ups, and it really facilitates relaxing those muscles and calming. I've used it many times on calming horses. I used to work with a CBD company. They had to shut down, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And thank God Lactigo fell into my hands because now that's my CBD. I rub the Lactigo on their poll, on their forehead, along their ears and their jawline, and immediately they start licking and chewing. They look back at you like, are you kidding me? That feels so good already. It's like we say with ourselves, it's like, I get a lot of people who are like, is it already supposed to work that fast?
Yeah.
With the horses, there's no placebo effect. So they're immediately showing their love. And yes, I've used it on the bulls, and the bulls love it. Like I rub it on their backs, and sure enough, they start relaxing. And I did the Reno Rodeo. I worked on the 3 bulls that were in the finals for 3 days straight with Lactigo, and that night, I don't know who had one of the horses or bulls I worked on, but Ty Hamilton was on Mr. Preefert. He's a freaking 17-hand bull. He's so big, Mr.
Oh my
Preefert. So
gosh.
Kai Hamilton got bucked off of Mr. Preefert, and then Stetson Wright got on Logan's Legacy, and he got a 90-point score on the whole Reno Rodeo. So, be it competition horses, it doesn't matter. Like it says in there, a mammal. Put it on a mammal, and you're going to have amazing results. If I could rub it on the fish, I would.
Oh Oh gosh, those fish be just a going. Maybe it
Oh
would help
yeah.
goldfish with their memory.
Yeah.
Curtis, are you allowed to at all to elaborate on one of the amazing vet clinics down in the States that you have working with you?
Yeah, so I do work with a clinic, pretty familiar with everybody, or a lot of people who know me know I work with them. Uh, Dr. Dr. Harvey is my distributor in the Beamer as well as Lactigo. So what happened with him was he was kicked in the side. He sees 60 horses a day typically. So uh, some of them are a little crazy, but so he got kicked, and then I was like, "Look, man, you got to try this. This is something different." And he's like, "Okay." And he rubbed it on his ribs, and then I went and gave him a couple minutes, talked to some of the other clients there, and then went back over, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think, dude?" He's like, "Man, I've never felt anything like that, heard of anything like that. We've never had anything like that. I'm your new distributor." And then, boom, just like that, we've got it in ICU. So, like horses that aren't eating. For example, we had a horse last year. She had a liver problem, so I would rub it in the liver area, obviously with some blood flow of the Beamer as well. But together, it was the first time we got this bear to eat. She got 6 days of it. By the second day, she was eating her hay really good and wasn't eating her grain. And I was like, "You guys, you have like 7 grains here. Let's just give her a buffet." And then she found a grain she liked. And so after 6 days and eating the grain she liked and all the other care, the IVs and everything, she ended up out in pasture. So, it's I always tell people these things aren't end all cure all, but they're a significant piece of the puzzle. And like you said, or Lorelai.
Oh, you're right, Laura
Laura
Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. I need to put some on my forehead so I can remember everyone's name properly. Um, but it's just the vet's not going to get there in time. So why not have something
Yeah.
that is an affordable price that's going to definitely help, you
Yeah.
know? And then when the vet gets there and the other care can happen, you're already 1 foot forward and instead of 2 steps backwards. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Hey, Curtis, would you mind sharing a little bit? You had mentioned to me, because I know there's quite a few on this call that love Beamer or have a Beamer, use a
yeah.
Beamer. You had mentioned that you had felt that the Latigo was actually helping the Beamer get deeper.
Well, it's not necessarily deeper, but in conjunction, they're really good. And like, so you can give a Beamer session and get great results, but when you add it in conjunction with the Lactigo,
Hmm.
that's what, Lactigo Beamer horses are beating Beamer horses at this point. I've seen it
Right.
and I've done my own little experiments, and it's like what Dr. Burka told me. Like these two together are unbelievable, and the Lactigo by itself is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong. Like
Hmm.
I believe it definitely helps improve your results when you're doing both. You
Yeah.
know,
It's a
and that
tool in your
Beamer should have.
toolbox.
Yeah, exactly. The Beamer is really increasing that circulation for 15 hours and helping detox those cells so they can actually absorb all the other nutrients you put in. And that's the beauty of the Lactigo. You could put it on and it's going to absorb even with cells that aren't detoxed, so to speak. Like it's in the blood. There's no way around it. And I was just here in Breckenridge working with the best snowboarders in the world. It was an Olympic qualifier, the Rockstar Energy Open, and it was the same thing with them. They're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, can I put that Lactigo on after I Beamer too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, definitely. You're only gonna get better results," and they love it. They're like, "Wow, I don't have to spend $5,000. I can get this amazing gel." And yeah, I
So
can't believe.
someone just asked in the comment, do you suggest Latigo before Beamer or after Beamer?
I've done both ways, and really, it doesn't matter. Um, I typically, it's just my routine of if I'm targeting cuffs and with the beamer, then I'm going to beamer those legs first with the cuffs, and then I'll put it on after.
Okay.
Um, but either way, it really doesn't matter. Um,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
I
Okay,
think with there's nothing you can't do wrong. Like just put it on, and you're going to see some amazing results.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Curtis. Does anybody have any questions before we end our call for myself or for Curtis? The price of the Velocity is yet to come. We have worked with them, though we've explained to them, hey, these are big animals. We got a lot of ground to cover, and they'll be coming out with a very affordable price for you all, but unfortunately I do not have that for you quite yet. You can get the Latigo right now. Is These are on sale in Canada for 71 and $50 US, so 71 Canadian, $50 US depending where you are. um so you can get these right now. The Velocity will come in bulk, like in bigger bottles, though, for your animals. You will need to show proof of that you own livestock in order to purchase the Velocity. So that um, it won't be just anybody can buy it. You have to show proof of livestock ownership, okay?
Now, with so that counts like having a horse and like goats and or,
And then for someone that's a practitioner, so yourself, Curtis, like if you didn't have a horse, you're a practitioner, so you
okay,
qualify.
got you.
Yep. Yep. So some of the proof, again, it hasn't been finalized, but some of the proof will be like proving that you're a practitioner that works with animals, that you own an animal via a horse paper, vet bill, AQHA number, anything like that.
Cool. That's simple.
Yes. Okay. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the questions. Uh, Oh, yes. So Debbie was just saying the Latigo's only on sale till the end of December. So if you want to get locked into that pricing, if you actually purchase it this month, get back to the person who invited you. If you want to get started and use this, because you can use this, you guys. This is what a lot of us have been using because we haven't had Velocity. This you can get locked in at a cheaper price. So you're saving like 20 bucks if you get locked in and purchase by the end of December. So definitely get locked into that for now until our Velocity hits the shelf. Okay. Any other questions, you guys?
Thank you all for
Um,
having me. I really appreciate it.
oh, thank you so much for hopping on. We'll have you again. We're gonna have some more calls, you guys. So if you have other people that you want to get on to these calls, let me know and we'll definitely have some more. Oh, there was just one more question that popped up. When will we be able to get our hands on this product? And for results in my barrel horses, does it have to be used every day or just during competition? So you can get your hands on this right away. You can get this one today if you want. The Velocity, I'm hoping soon. We're hoping before our actual launch into January. So I'm hoping very soon. It's just a matter of getting all the things coded into the system. Um, as far as results, Curtis, do you want to touch on that one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I would do um, at least before and after hard workouts and competition. What I'll ask a lot of my barrel racers is, hey, is your horse more front end or more back end? And someone will always have that answer for you, especially when they know their horse so well. And so if it's more of a back end, um, we'll do like I don't know. So I like to do like 40 minutes before they get on, and that way it's just in their blood. And if you're using it daily, it's always in their blood. So um, we'll do before you get on or sometimes even at the warm up. And I'll do for a back end horse, I'm doing like stifles, hocks, inside of those stifles and those hocks along the butt. They love that too. You put it on and they're already looking back at you, yawning and licking. If your horse is more front end, obviously, you're going to do more of those down to the suspensories, up the legs. I like to do the chest a little bit too. Um, and even if you don't have, if you're trying to calm your horse, I like the pull anyway. Even it's not going to like calm your horse and slow it down. A lot of people will just do legs or somewhere you think there's going to be lactic acid, but I really like to give the area that's going to help improve the focus. And I really do believe that this product will definitely improve the focus. Now, another thing, just a pointer is if you have the menthol, don't put it under wraps or saddle pads. Um, Exposed areas is totally fine, but I like to use the regular on them because who knows what a horse is thinking. Like, whoa, what is that cooling? But I guess they like all the other stuff you rub on them. But um, I just, with backs, I've had amazing results with backs. Like, I'll have a horse with sore back, sore withers, and not even 90 seconds is what I typically give. And not even 90 seconds later, you can test that back again and like it's almost gone.
Yeah.
And you do get that. Some people get that aha moment where just one application and my knee hasn't hurt since you gave me that stuff and put it on once.
Hmm.
So I like it as a daily thing though. I can tell when I need another round,
Yeah.
but it gets me through. It's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And just to add to that question, personally myself, like again with backs, I have a mare with kissing spine, and wow, what a difference we've noticed in her. And I think that's what's helped her clock a bit more as well. Um, but I also have noticed because am I out there every single day putting it on her? No, I'm not. But I try to put it on her every time I ride her, which I guess is, a lot of the time. But sometimes I forget and I don't. But it's for sure on before and after competitions. But what I was going to say is, I have noticed that the longer she's been on it, the longer we've used it, she keeps getting faster and faster and stronger and stronger. So ideally, the more you use it, yeah, it's going to become more effective because you're building that carnosine level up to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, guys. All right. I think
Cool.
that's all for questions. So thank you guys for hopping on. Please get back to the person who invited you if you have any questions and want to get your hands on some. Um, yeah, we can't wait to hear from you and awesome. Thank you. Thank you again, Curtis.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Curtis. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Have fun.
Always.